What's going on, everyone? This is Ronnie Callahan from Full Sail University. Basically, we're going to speak about today is the different roles of display advertising. But before we get into that, my main focus, I really want to speak to y'all about, because is before we could get to that, the first and foremost part is your brand is very important. And when it comes to your brand, the image of your brand, what your brand stands for, the story, and most importantly, which is always important, is the consistency. When you have a brand, your image must appeal to your story, and your story must appeal to your brand's logo, the image, what it stands for, everything like that. It's important because people see your brand, see the logo, they want to understand the story behind it and what gives them drive, what makes them want to buy your product, which is always the story behind it. If I'm a basketball player and I'm an athlete and I like to shoot, I like to dunk, I like sports, I love sports, I'm going to drink Gatorade. When I look at the logo, that's what it gives me. It gives me energy. It makes me feel like I need to drink that because of the story behind it. And it's always consistent that way. They always promote it with sports most of the time because those are the people that fits the story of that brand. And that's what consistency, and that's why consistency is important. Okay? I can't be a rap artist today and then be a preacher tomorrow. It doesn't make sense. There's nothing consistent about that. I know it's crazy, but it's nothing consistent about that. Okay, a hardcore artist, but then I'm a pastor tomorrow. It's nothing consistent. It's confusing. Nobody's going to believe you. Nobody wants to stick around for your brand. Okay, so consistency is very important. All right, now when it comes to display advertising, you have advertisers, okay, and so many other things. When it comes to advertisers, you see those different type of things within emails. You see them in web applications on your phone. You see all of these different advertisers everywhere on the net. Wherever you go, you can't get away from them. And those play a big role because, for one, you two can share interests with each other. It's either you want to promote something or you can get paid for promoting something other than your own product or your own brand. When you see these different links on these emails, on the side of the web pages, on your app, these people usually end up getting CPC, cost per click. Okay? Or they work something out with the company where they don't generate revenue. They just want awareness. And even though they are paying, it's all different types of ways of paying to get your actual brand out there. Some people take upfront money, like blogs. Sometimes, a lot of the times, blogs, they usually, depending on the blog, is either you give them a couple dollars, they place it up there for a day, an hour, 2 days, whatever the case may be, whatever the agreement is. Those are advertisers. Those are people that help get your brand out there. But of course, before you even go and post something on that particular blog, what is the first thing you should do? Figure out if those same people or that particular blog that you're trying to put your brand on attracts your target and market that you're looking for. So if you're promoting Gatorade and you decide to take the Gatorade and put it on a page where comedians usually get all of their traffic, it's not going to make sense. You're not going to generate anything from a comedian website because Gatorade is more geared towards athletes. Now, if you see Gatorade on Madison Square Garden page, it kind of makes sense. Majority of the time, you have a lot of games going on at Madison Square Garden. Or if you have Gatorade on the NBA.com site, that makes sense because it has to do with athletes, any sport, okay? Or even maybe even doing construction. I know a lot of construction workers that want a Gatorade right after hard at work. If it's not water, then it's Gatorade. A site like that as well. You know, hard at work, hard at work. That's what it makes sense. But if you have that, like I said, on a site where it only that site only attracts comedians because that's what they promote is comedians, it won't make sense. The demographics, the targeting market is totally and completely different. It's not something that's gonna make any sense. Okay, so that is very important. Um, Also, when it comes to different things such as web hosts, servers, and things like that, people like GoDaddy, which is one of the biggest, networks, those people also are important to display advertisement as well. You know, let's say you start your own website and you want to display certain things on your website for someone else so that you can generate money. You might have your specific brand and another brand that's kind of equivalent to yours or that is a match for your brand. It's like socks and sneakers. They probably can advertise on your site. If you sell sneakers, they sell socks. They would like to advertise with you. It makes sense because of those two things help each other. That means they share the same interest with the targeting market. Okay? And when you start up your website, you need somebody like GoDaddy as a server to create that for you, to create an opening for your live content to be shared and displayed on the internet. All right, so those are many different roles that comes with display advertising, and just like I said, display advertisement lives everywhere in your phone, on different apps on your phone, and as well as emails and different pages and other people pages, google.com, all of these different places you go, you're going to see display advertisement everywhere. So it's very important to stay consistent with your brand and what you have going on or what you promoting with your brand. All right, take care, and thank you for listening to my post.